diarrhea, fever, and achy muscles. Is this the flu or is it Ebola? Well, they're similar. Getting the flu shot is very important for the month of October. That's when most Kentucky physicians recommend Kentuckians get the flu shot. Why? Because the flu is at its peak in the months of January and February. And by the time you get the flu shot, if it's later than October, you might be too late. But the flu and Ebola are linked, so we're going to talk about that.
To go into further detail, we had an official. I actually called a pediatric nurse from Lexington, Kentucky, and I was trying to get a scoop, like an inside scoop on what she thought about Ebola, like what the office itself thought about Ebola, and like as far as like the flu goes. They definitely think that the flu is way more important than Ebola, and so she kind of told us like how we can like go into details about how we can like protect ourselves from the flu, the symptoms of the flu, just like what Paige said, how that she can't really see flu getting too bad, but there's always a chance that it could go into like a really big outbreak, so it's all about like killing germs, all that good stuff. And then I talked to a normal student here at WKU, and she said that she never really thought Ebola or the flu is a big deal, but after I told her about what the nurse said, she was just like, oh wow, it like really opened my eyes, maybe I should really go get a flu shot.
Numerous places to get a flu shot would be WKU Health Services, the GGC clinic next door, Walgreens, Kroger's. They take walk-in patients. Physicians say it's unlikely that anybody would contact Ebola spreading across the U.S., but people should be anxious about catching the flu.
And why is the Ebola and the flu related, and how is it related? Well, if you may or may not heard, the first related Ebola death happened in Dallas. He was actually a Siberian citizen, but he was visiting Texas for his family and friends. He didn't die of Ebola he didn't catch the symptoms, until 2 weeks after he was in Texas visiting. He was rushed to the Dallas hospital and then later pronounced dead. He had symptoms of fever and same things like the flu. So that's why they're really pushing flu shots, so we can easily detect Ebola, because the flu shot doesn't cure Ebola, but it's easy to detect the difference.
Since you don't have flu or Ebola. Yeah.
And so for our visuals and audio, it would just be B-roll of the health services at WKU, and a stand-up of us getting the flu shot while we're talking to our officials, and online would be just additional information for getting the shots around the community.